video is 3.4. I can write equations in slope-intercept form. And then right here we're going to put what slope-intercept form is. We learned last time that it's y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So there's the slope, b is the y-intercept. So the first one, they gave us the slope and the y-intercept. We just have to write the equation. So I'm going to write it in this form, y equals mx plus b. So it's going to be y equals, the slope is negative 1/2 times x plus, normally it's plus negative 3, but we want to simplify it, so we're just going to write minus 3 because we have a negative 3 right here. This one we're going backwards. So we're given the equation in slope-intercept form. We have to state the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is the coefficient on the x, so 2. The y-intercept is going to cross the y-axis at negative 4. It's going to be a negative 4 because it's supposed to be a plus. So if I have a minus here, I know that it crosses when x is 0, y is negative 4. Okay, the third one says graph the line from the equation. So I always start with b. I remember b for beginning. My y-intercept is positive 4, so I'm going to put a dot on my y-axis at positive 4. And then the slope is negative 3 over 2. So from this dot, I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, to the right 2, down 3, to the right 2. You need at least 2 dots to make a line, but the more dots you draw, the easier it is to make your line more accurate. For the fourth one, we're going to do the opposite. So they gave us the equation, or the line already, and we're going to write the equation. So I start with the y-intercept. So I know my y-intercept is going to be crossing the y-axis at negative 4. And then I find the slope, and I can use any lattice points or any points where it goes through the corner of the graph paper. So I could use right here is the best one because it goes exactly through the corner. And so from here to here, it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to the right 2. So the slope is 5 over 2. So the equation would be y equals, instead of an m, I'm going to put 5 over 2, x, and then minus 4 because I had a negative 4. For this one, we're given a table. We have to find the slope and the y-intercept. So remember, slope is change in y over change in x. So I can find that from the table by going, the change in y here is up 4, up 4, up 4. The change in x here is up 1, up 1, up 1. So we have the slope is positive 4 over 1, or just 4. The table does not show me the y-intercept. When the line crosses the y-axis, the x value is always 0. So I'm going to go backwards. If I go backwards 1 to 0, then I have to go backwards 4, so the y-intercept would be negative 3, because I have to still keep my chain going up by 4s. So I know my y-intercept is negative 3. So if I have a slope of 4 and a y-intercept of negative 3, my equation is going to be y equals 4x minus 3. All right, our last one says Student Council is selling t-shirts during Spirit Week. It costs $20 for the design and then $5 to print each shirt. I'm going to underline some of my important information there. It's $5 to print every shirt, and no matter how many shirts we buy, we pay $20 just for the design. And then we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form to represent the cost y to print x shirts, and then interpret the slope and the y-intercept. So I'm going to start my equation. Y equals, m should come next, my slope. Slope is the same thing as rate of change. So I want to know how much the price changes for each shirt. So that would be $5. So 5x plus, how much do I pay for 0 shirts? I pay $20 just for the design. So there's my equation. And then to interpret means to say what it means in the story problem. So to interpret my slope means you pay $5 per shirt. That's what my slope means. And then I have to interpret the y-intercept. My y-intercept in the story means you pay $20 just for the design.